artists together.
I don't know how Pete DJ Jones' name is not more prevalent in this whole scenario, because he was like the mobile DJ. You had KC, the Prince of Soul. You had JJ, the Disco King, who used to be with Pete. I remember when DJ Starsky, the Love Bug Starsky, was hanging out with Pete, and Pete was kind of like the main feature, and then Starsky kind of like got his thing going up under that Pete umbrella.
A little hip hop, the hip hop, a little hip hop.
Disco DJs used to say hip hop, hip, you know, they were the ones who did that thing. And it's funny how this industry got the name hip hop, and the people that did it originally are not known for it. When this story is
term hip hop.
The term itself comes from the cliche raps of Keith Cowboy and Love Bug Starsky, who was using it in their raps. And when we decided to call the culture hip hop came from us when they wanted to give it a name. And I looked back at what they were saying. I said, you know what, this is hip hop because it's something that's hip and it makes you hop to the groove, to the beat. Because we didn't have no name before. We was calling Boy Yon Yon, the Go Off, and all type of other names we used to call it. So it was through the Universal Zulu Nation that we decided to call the whole culture movement hip hop. Because there was no culture, there was nothing under that until we decided to say, come on B-boys, come on DJs, come on MCs, come on aerosol writers, and adding that fifth element to it called knowledge. And calling it elements, coming from the Universal Zulu Nation.
I'm Keith Cowboy, and you're my cow. So what your MCs gonna do now? It's gonna be a starter, and here's my...
Keith Cowboy. He was a member of the Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5. But at that time, it was just 3 MCs. It was Keith Cowboy, Grandmaster Melly Mel, which was Melly Mel at the time, and his brother Kid Creole. So it was only Grandmaster Flash and 3 MCs. And it still wasn't called hip-hop. It was just going to the jam. We was in the streets. We plug up to the lamp poles, and Flash played music, DJ in the park, and that's what it was. Billy was going to the Army. He was going to the armed services. And at that time, being drafted was unheard of for the urban kids and for us. So when Billy said he was getting drafted, we laughed. It was funny to us because, yeah, you got picked out of everybody from Uncle Sam to go and join the Army. So Flash was giving a party, street party, regular thing, jam in the park. But we was actually giving it for Billy to go away. That was going to be his last actual park to hang out with us and before he go draft and get on to the Army. And Cowboy always kept saying, we shouting out Billy, this is for Billy, going to the Army, hip hop and don't stop, you know, and left, right, hip hop, don't stop, Billy, you know. So every 20 minutes during the music playing, Flash playing, Cowboy would say this. And then Kid Creole get on the mic and say, yeah, Billy's left off on us, God bless you, be safe, hip hop, left, right, hip hop, don't stop, you know. And they're like every 20 minutes they would just say this, shout out Billy. Big shouts out to Billy. We going to the Army, going to the armed force, we see him and we see him when we see him and things of that nature. And the word hip hop came about right there because the day after the party, everybody would say that you go to the block party that they was giving for Billy, he's going to the Army, did you go to that hip hop jam? They was hip hopping in the joint. And the word was out, it started right there. The L Brothers for us, we
Starsky would play, and this was deep, what I'm telling you. He would play on school nights, like Thursdays, for $1. It's called the Dollar Disco on Thursday nights. And you got to remember, Harlem is a different kind of culture. You got niggas that's selling dope, they hustling. It's a different. So you got chicks that's 14 years old running around with minks and things and shit. You know what I mean? Harlem has always been a money kind of a thing, you know. And I used to hustle in Harlem, so I knew a lot of people in Harlem. That's how me and Red Alert were tight. Because Red Alert's from Harlem.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So I used to hang out with him down there. Right. In addition to him being up here. But Starsky was playing in the Renaissance, and the Renaissance had a balcony. Right? So Starsky would be like, to the people up top, let's rock. To the people in the rear, let me see. To the people in the front, let's rock. And you know, he's hip hop, hip hip, hip hip, hip hip, hip hop, hip hip, hip hip, hip. And that is where the hip hop part came in. And that's how it started being called hip hop music. And so then he took the Love Bug part because you had Busy Bee start.
So you saying Bambaataa didn't name it?
No.
Because I heard where Bambaataa said, like, when they asked him, what do you call this? He said, we call it hip-hop.
And he may have said that.
Right.
But the person who popularized that term is Lovebug Starsky.
Oh, he made it popular.
That's who started it, yes.
That
Lovebug Starsky, and I mean, Bam takes credit as, and this is what the Zulu say, because he put all the elements and some other stuff, and that's fine if that's what you want to say, the elements and all, so I named it. And like I told you, if a baby is born in 1960, but you don't name the shit till 1963, it's still born in 1960, you just didn't give it a name.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that don't change when it's born, you know? And like I said, the person who popularized hip-hop was Lovebug Starsky, and he was in the Renaissance.
Wow.
Hip-hop, hibbity-hibbity.
It's his 30th anniversary party. We're here in Harlem, the menacing townhouse, and my man, my best friend, his name is the Lovebug Starsky. Yeah.
Germany, what's up? How y'all doing?
You're the guy that coined the phrase hip-hop.
Ball, then you hip hop, the hip hop, the hop, hip it, then you rock the hip, then you rock the hop, and then you make sure you make your body rock. Yeah, that's where it came from.
That's right. But tell us how.
You know, I feel like on my verses when I was rapping, when I got lost for words, I used to say hip hop, the hip hop, the hop, hip it, hip. Then you rock the hip, then you rock the hop, and you make sure you know. And when and you know that pretty much stuck with me.
I walked in Charles Gallery in Harlem.
This Starsky came out the basement on a nigga with the hip hop, the hip, the hop, the hop, the hop, the hip. Oh, man.
Yeah, that. Like, hey, don't battle nobody. You got it sewed up, don't get nobody shot.
Oh, you know what? God bless the dead. Cowboy. Yeah, me and him in the Black Door. This is when I was still in the Bronx messing around with Ray Chandler. At that time, me and Cowboy was sitting in the Black Door, I remember like yesterday, and he was doing hip, the hip, and I was doing hop, the hip, and you know, he was doing the hip and I was doing the hop. And the next thing you know, I started that hip, hop, the hip, hop, the hop, hip, then you rock the hip, then you rock the hop, and you make sure you make your body rock. And then at one time, man,